The current debate hasn't been about how to instill and promote the value of education in our communities. The conversation we hear is about poor versus the wealthy, charter schools versus district schools, and who is to blame for the failures of our education system. People on both sides of this debate have been guilty of contributing to the current polarized atmosphere. The poisonous debate is hurting our children, plain and simple, and they don't have time to wait for us to grow up. The problems facing our schools are extremely complicated. They can't be summed up in 10-word sound bites. And above all, they can't be solved until we start listening and working together. In the interest of our children, that has to start today. I view my transition to the role of Chancellor as an opportunity for us to begin anew, because 1.1 million students are counting on us to get it right. My father, now a grandfather, the most important thing for me to do is ensuring that our children and grandchildren are safe and happy and offered a quality education. Whether we live in Queens or Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx or Staten Island, we want the same thing for our children: great world-class schools to educate our students. But if we're ever going to get there, we need to start to talk honestly about the challenges we face in educating our children. We must acknowledge, for example, that the problems of poverty and education are deeply intertwined. Right now, on one side of the debate, we have people saying no excuses. They say that there's no problem that can't be overcome in a child's life if they have access to a great school. On the other side, we have people who are saying until we solve poverty, we can't solve education, and it's unfair to ask our teachers to work miracles or hold them accountable for student success. Of course, as happens so often in life, there is much that is right and much that is wrong on each side of this argument. We know that a child coming from the most difficult set of circumstances who goes to a great school or has a caring teacher or a mentor can succeed at the highest possible levels. But we also know that for that very same child who is at risk, no matter how great his or her school is, every day he goes back to a neighborhood where violence and drugs and gangs exist, and education isn't valued. Poverty cannot, and I want to repeat that, poverty cannot be an excuse for failure, but we can't ignore the impact it has on our children. Last, I want to talk about the debate over charter schools and district schools, something I really think that's gotten totally out of hand. For me, whether it's a traditional public school or a charter school, I really don't care. I want a quality school, whether it's a charter school or a regular public school. I want that to be a high quality school. And to me, the debate around charter versus non-charter has to end right now. And I will send that message out over and over and over again. I want options. I love options. I wish that I had as many options when my children attended school as there are now. Whether there's a large school, a small school, a theme school, a single-sex school, a charter school or not a charter school. I want people to be able to choose. We have this partnership with TC right now. And in fall of this year, they're about to open a great school, starting with kindergarten. I want more TC type of programs out there, so that way parents have the ability to choose. And right now with this debate going on, that's not happening. It's getting lost in the rhetoric. It's time for it to end. It's what's in the best interest for our children. I am 100% committed to promoting the growth of high quality schools. Make no mistake, we will open a dozen more charter schools, but we'll also open way more non-charter schools as well. I'm 100% committed to making sure that we increase the number of options for our children, but more importantly, we'll have high quality options for our students and our parents. It's about providing great choices for all of our communities. Everything else is just noise. And the thing is, what gets lost in the noise is the shared love we all have for our children. This is the greatest city in the world. We've rallied together from challenges that would have driven others to despair. Think what we can do if we choose to stop shouting and instead rally around our children and do what's necessary for their future and their children's future. That's the New York City I know, that's the New York City I love, and that's the New York City I will be the Chancellor of. Thank you very much, and have a good morning and good luck to you.